Hello, 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 all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? I know, Joe, it was going to be this afternoon. I am very sorry. What happened is I actually have to go to a meeting at my daughter's school this afternoon. So, since I have to do that, I am probably not going to be available to stream for too long. So, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it in the morning. I can do it now. I'm going to get it done now. So I apologize. If you cannot watch until the afternoon, then come back and watch it in the afternoon. But yeah, unfortunately, my daughter's school, well, not unfortunately, actually, fortunately, my daughter's school is finally having the meeting with us to finish arranging all of her stuff for her school year. So I obviously have to go and do that. Yes, everything is good. It's just we start off the school year every year. My daughter is on the spectrum. She has to have an educational assistant. And for some reason, every year we start off the year without one. And and then it's like 2 years. Yeah, it's 2 years into the school year. 2 weeks into the school year, we finally then arrange everything and then have to go in for meetings and sign paperwork. And then we usually talk about her IEP, which is her special education plan, because she does different schooling than the rest of the kids in her class. She's on a special education plan. So of course, now finally we are having that meeting. So I'm excited about it. I want to go get it done. It's just we didn't really find out about it until just right now, because that they're lovely like that to us. They basically just email and go, okay, so are you available to meet this afternoon at this time? And then I mean, I usually am. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So that's kind of what just happened. So I was like, I'm going to go live right now and then I'll be good for this afternoon. Onpassive has been doing some fun things lately, and so I wanted to come on and talk about it. I'm going to be concentrating on them probably about once a week as much as I can, because of the fact that they just keep on going. They keep scamming people. They keep scamming people too that are in third world countries and places like this, that I just think it's disgusting to go and expect people from other countries to pay big money to come and be in your scam. I've talked about how even to us here in Canada, $97 US ends up being like just over $100. So with the conversion rates and everything, this dude keeps scamming everyone. There still is no products, which right now everything's on hold. At least it was until November 20th. A lot of people are going, why November 20th? Because that was when the FIFA World Cup was. So basically what happened is there was a live stream on August 18th where Ash came on and he actually officially announced that that Onpassive was going to be an official sponsor at the FIFA 2022 Qatar World Cup. And we actually have the exact timestamp of it is 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 55 seconds. He says, we are planning to, working on planning to be a sponsor, one of six sponsors in the World Cup, Qatar, November, December, because he didn't even know what fucking month it was at first. I'm just saying. This was followed up by a promo which they posted up, and it was called Onpassive Sponsors FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. And all of the founders from it was on Onpassive's official YouTube channel, posted on September 14th. And from the 14th until about the 20th of September, all of these founders were coming out here and they were doing these videos where they were announcing that they were going to be sponsoring the FIFA World Cup. Alonda and myself and several other people like John Spitch and Honest Critic and several people that have been kind of covering this came out, and we were like, yo, listen, this can't be happening. They're not sponsoring. I'm sorry. I'm all hopped up on coffee. They're not sponsoring. So it's obviously a false marketing campaign. I feel like it was a distraction because of the fact that none of the products were released at the end of August and now none were being released in September. So I felt like, and most people agreed, that this was a lie to distract everyone from the fact that nothing was being released and that they needed a new date to release things. And so since FIFA was on November 20th, or is going to be on I'm talking about it like it already happened, is going to be on November 20th, I feel like Ash was like, oh, what we'll do is we'll tell everyone that we are sponsoring FIFA. And then that way we can claim that we're going to drop these products by that date, which, as I've also pointed out, doesn't make much sense. I feel like if you were going to use FIFA for your marketing campaign, you would probably want to have the products released before that day. Maybe that's just me, but I just feel like that's a lot. Releasing everything, launching the company, having that marketing campaign. So, it was a lot, but he planned to do it all on November 20th, and that is still technically the plan. But we have had a lot of stuff going on with FIFA, and there is a new ad. There's a new ad that's been posted. So without further ado, I am going to play my intro, and a lot of people are like, why do you do an intro? It's because I am talking about companies most of the time, or big cults most of the time on this channel. I have to put a legal disclaimer, otherwise they can come sue me. And I don't want another fake cease and desist letter that's addressed to there. So, we got to do that. I shortened it down to 38 seconds so that hopefully it's not as annoying as the long one. But yes, we need to play an intro. And then I am going to be showing everyone the threat that Ash sent to Behind MLM. We are going to talk about the actual notice that was in the back office. I do have it. I know people have asked me. We already talked about it on the Recovering Hunbots, but we'll go through it again quickly. I'm going to show you guys their new sponsorship, and we're going to be reacting to some Bill Must videos as well as a Mike Ellis video. So as you can see, I have kind of a longer stream planned, which is why when my daughter's school got a hold of me, I was like, no, I'm going to have to do this earlier. So without further ado, let's just get right into this. Alrighty, so what has been happening as of recent is, as you guys know, Behind MLM has been covering Onpassive. So they did an article which would have been, I'm sorry, I don't know the exact date of the article, but it would have been in between the 14th and the 19th. I think it was on the 19th or like the 20th, where they talked about how Onpassive was going to be out here trying to promote FIFA. And Oz was kind of like, yeah, this is probably a fake sponsorship. There was no information on the FIFA website, which they post everyone that sponsors them up there. I've showed this in the past. I know other people out here have shown it. So it was knowing that they were doing a false advertisement and lying to their founders, which is what really gets me. I'm like, don't lie to these people that believe in you, Ash. It's just so disgusting to have such a group of people that obviously trust and believe in you that you can influence it to do amazing things like he claims he wants to. And then he just scams them all. And it's like, at the very least, could you not at least be honest to those people? Like, really, do you gotta lie to everyone? So Oz wrote that article, and what happened is he got this lovely email. Now, as you see here, the subject was, please moderate. Ash Mufareh suggests Onpassive under investigation in US. And it says, a new comment on the post, Ash Mufareh suggests Onpassive under investigation in US is waiting for your approval. So Oz got this kind of like in his suite for his website. So you can comment underneath all of the posts. I suggest going to behindmlm.com, reading everything, commenting as much as possible. I spend time on that site a lot. I think Oz is hilarious. And everyone that writes on that site is great. And so the author is Dumb and Dumber, which you gotta love the reference. And then the comment is, clowns like you are so sad and always struggle in life. False information, and now it's passed to the legal team. You have not got a clue how it all works. I hope they come after you. Oh no, Oz, be careful. You're going to get a Dear There letter from Ash. It's very noticeable that this is most likely Ash, or at least one of the higher up LCs. I know that John Barilla gets very, very heated. I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. I'm just saying if it isn't Ash, but it could be Ash. So I don't think that Oz approved the comment. And just kind of laughed it off and posted it up in another article. Shortly after that, there were a lot of founders that were coming out and saying that Ash has requested to take down all posts and videos with FIFA intellectual property. For now, FIFA doesn't want Onpassive to post any IP materials, which is intellectual property, without a specific and proper permission. It's a bit complicated. And they were all kind of announcing this and telling everyone to stop using FIFA's intellectual property. And as I've pointed out in the past, if they were sponsoring this thing, it's Marty. It could be Marty. It could be. He's like, give me back my Johnson. But when FIFA takes you on as a sponsor, right? When they're like, yes, you can sponsor for us, they give you all of the stuff to use, all of the marketing materials. Like, they will literally hand you over pretty much a whole folder of stuff and be like, this is what you could put on. It's just like with what Disney did to Scentsy. And I've often used that as an example. A lot of companies are very particular about what's used in these types of ads. So they have a whole folder full, and they would have given that to Ash. So if he was sponsoring it, he wouldn't get in trouble for using the intellectual property. Dumb and Dumber, it could be any of the Leaders Council, right? Like, I'm like, it could be any of the LCs or Ash. I mean, let's be real. I really think it was one of them or Ash. So what happened is, after all of that took place, right, they started warning that if everything involving FIFA's intellectual property wasn't taken down by the end of September 20th, then FIFA will take further legal steps. Where I'm like, that's strange. If you're sponsoring them, they would not be saying that. And shortly after that, like within the day, which it would have been about September 20th, they posted up a lovely little letter in the back office. And I know several of you have already gone through this, and I'm sorry, but people keep asking me what was actually said. So let's just go through it again now. And it says, urgent. Take down all posts and videos with FIFA intellectual property, IP. FIFA is being very sensitive about their intellectual property, IP. Damn it, FIFA. What you doing taking sponsorships and then being so sensitive? How dare you? Whether it is a logo, name, or any graphic. For now, they don't want us to post any IP materials without a specific and proper permission. It's a bit complicated. Which cracks me up. I'm like, it's not really that complicated, Ash. You lied about sponsoring them. You literally did like false advertising with their brand, and now they're like, what are you doing? Stop this. Immediately take down any poster, graphic, logo, video, YouTube, or any form of FIFA materials. I think he means YouTube video. I don't think he got to take down your whole YouTube, okay? Please note that such unauthorized activities is prohibited by the intellectual property laws and the unfair competition law. I'm like, you didn't think of that before. And like, he had to have known that when he came out here and announced that they were going to be sponsoring this, all the other people in this company were all going to go and make videos about it. That's how it works, right? Ash comes on a webinar, he announces something, 500 people make videos saying the exact same thing about it. It's like you knew this was going to happen and that there would be hundreds of videos about this. In fact, they will not joke around. This whole thing has been a joke, sir. And they will take further legal steps against any individuals who don't remove such IPs by the end of the day, September 20th, 2022. And I believe, by the way, that this was posted on the 19th. So he's like, you had one day, take it all down. FIFA has developed and protected an assortment of logos, words, titles, symbols, and other intellectual property in relation to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 trademark, the FIFA IP. The FIFA IP enjoys extensive protection under the laws of intellectual property, such as trademark and copyright worldwide. Like I said, they have a whole folder full of that stuff that you can use. So if you were sponsoring, you would have gotten the folder, you would have had permission. A company/individual is not a FIFA commercial affiliate. No shit, Ash. It may not use the FIFA IP for commercial purposes. And it's like, well, once again, Ash, when you went out there announcing to everyone you were going to be sponsoring this, you knew that they were all going to go make videos announcing. Like, did he not think of these things, you know? Pursuant to the above, I'm surprised he knows the word pursuant, that's all I'll say. We ask you to immediately cease and desist from any further promotions and refrain from using FIFA's IP and all means of use in the platforms. I personally think that this is the cease and desist letter that they got from FIFA, and then they just kind of like copy and pasted a bunch of it and changed a few things around. They don't know the word pursuant. We are working with beIN Sports as we speak to come up with more appropriate, I'm assuming that was supposed to be appropriate, materials for this event that can be acceptable from FIFA while respecting their IP. Which I'm like, okay, so you figured out how to fraud them better? What do you mean, sir? Regarding the video, we will, quote unquote, rework on the video and do the necessary changes. Yeah, guys, some of my videos aren't released yet because I'm just like reworking on them. And then, of course, Oz put a little message here that said this message appeared in the Onpassive back office shortly after Mufara is believed to have received a cease and desist from FIFA, which, like I said, I have to agree, because a lot of the wording in this is what would have been in a FIFA cease and desist letter. Like I'm saying, he doesn't know the word pursuant. He obviously can't be that much familiar with these laws. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done this to begin with. So I believe they got a cease and desist letter from FIFA. A lot of us wrote FIFA and we're telling them, right? Ash didn't bribe the right people. They were he copy and pasted it. I feel that way too. Like I feel like a lot of the wording, and believe me, I've had a fake cease and desist letter from this man, and that wording, as we all know, wasn't even as fancy as what I just read. So I'm like, there's no way that he wrote that up himself. I strongly do believe he got a cease and desist letter, copy and pasted parts of it, and then as we saw, tried to like add in his own little parts, which then have errors, because that's what happens. So everything ended up pretty much being removed by the 20th. I think Ash was like threatening them too that he would boot them out of Onpassive if they didn't delete it. I heard some things through the grapevine. It was getting pretty like close to the wire, like, you know, trying to get everyone to delete. Like I said, several people went and did videos. Like, what happens here? So it's like, how do you now go and get all of these people to now delete their videos? And they had not even 2 days to do this. So it's like within 24 hours, they had to all log into the back office, see that message, read it, and then go and take down their videos. And as you can imagine, that didn't happen as smoothly as I guess Ash thought. So it got a little bit and he was getting a little bit antsy about it. But as of right now, most of them are gone. I cannot find any. But there is a brand new ad now for, of course, the Be In Sports. And they've had lots of new ads. This is the official one, if you will, the official Onpassive one. So let's watch it now. And see, Marty had to threaten people. Yes, Marty and Mike Ellis and Michael Williams went around. Take it down right now. That's what must have happened. But this video is interesting because the funny part about all this is we don't have any proof that they are actually sponsoring Be In Sports either. We do have proof that Be In Sports is affiliated with FIFA. So Be In Sports isn't lying about being affiliated with FIFA. But I do think that Ash might be lying about being affiliated like with them. And that's worrisome. So let's see the lovely ad that's been posted. We have a heart. This Al has heart.
Onpassive. We promised our founders, as always, we over-delivered.
When?
Stay tuned for much more to come. We are preparing to deploy some of the most robust and creative marketing campaigns ever done by a business in any sector. Proudly.
I mean, you got to give it to them, right? Not a lot of businesses have lied about sponsoring the World Cup or its affiliates. So there's that.
We are announcing our partnership with Be In Sports as a sponsor of the live streaming of the biggest sports event in the world.
Funny thing is that, remember, Onpassive is supposed to have, right, their live streaming platform, and Be In Sports is the one that live streams the FIFA World Cup. They're in charge of that. They actually are. We have done the research and we were like, yeah, that is the one that does it. So it's a weird partnership because it's like Ash would claim that whatever product he's coming out with in Onpassive would be better than whatever BN Sports is using to stream this event. And as a partnership, is BN Sports using Onpassive products to do this? Hell no. Hell no. They don't even exist yet. So it's very, very strange. Arabic subtitles must have had Al doing rap. And the funny thing is that this is Ash speaking, which we don't get all that often during these sponsorship videos. It's usually some kind of bot, or he has one of the other O founders do it with one of their lovely voices. Oh, is it Hindi? I don't even know. I'm so sorry. I don't want to offend anyone. But either way, it is another culture that Ash is preying on with this scam. So I'm not happy about it.
Onpassive will be featured in all of the games of this exciting season. We are the champions, and we just keep winning. It's fun time.
It's fun time. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on bankruptcying. Like, I don't know. What are we winning? I'm still waiting to find out. We are winning bankruptcy. Hello, Takara. Good to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous day so far. I don't know what we're winning. I don't think many people are having fun here. I don't find the webinars fun. But maybe people do. I don't know. I have fun reacting to them. I wouldn't find them fun if I was just sitting there listening. And usually the recovering Humbot and I need each other. We're like, I need you or else I'm going to die trying to get through this alone. I don't know. It's awful. So I don't know what the fun times are that we are apparently having. And I don't know what we're winning other than bankruptcy eventually if we keep giving money to this thing. Whenever it does launch. That's it. And then we have the Onpassive BN Sports logo, which again, here's my thing, right? So he just got in trouble for doing this with FIFA. Almost guaranteed this man, I am 99.99% sure that this man is not actually like marketing with BN Sports. If he is marketing with them, he probably paid for like one ad spot on one thing and that was it. And now he's exaggerating it. Okay, that we've seen this before with him. It's nonstop. My whole thing is, how come he hasn't learned? Why would you go and get in trouble for breaking the laws, doing this with FIFA, and then turn around and go do it with another company? Like, he's like, oh, FIFA's too big. They're going to sue me. I better stop. But these guys over here, BN Sports, they're a little bit smaller. Let's do it to them. Maybe I won't get in as much trouble. Like, I don't understand. I'm kind of like, can you not do one thing correctly? Just one thing. Like I keep saying, it's all I ask. Just release one product that works. Promise one thing and then have it actually happen. Stop lying to these people that put their trust in you for whatever reason it is. I have trouble finding it out, but there is one. And just do one thing right. I feel like this is a dumb mistake because you just learned this with FIFA. So it's like, Lord Ash, how do you keep doing this to these people and then getting away with it? Because we're at the point now where it's like, okay, guys, you have to know that he lied about FIFA now. I like the disconnect that you would have to watch all that go down, and then still have any trust or faith in this man when he comes out to announce another sponsorship or another ad campaign. Like, you have to take a step back and go, okay, but is this one going to happen? Because he just lied about FIFA. And I'm like, come on, guys. Come on, people in Onpassive. Just please. But if you ask Onpassive, they will say, you just need to believe us. We are coming, Queen. We're coming.
Many people have still to come to terms with the emergence of a challenger and game changer in the industry called Onpassive, and
can we just take a minute to laugh our asses off at this picture of Julie and Chris? I was like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? They usually put Ash's head on like any picture you can find. That's why I do these really bad Photoshop memes and stuff of Ash's head on people's bodies and whatnot, because they just have like Ash's head, and then they do like things like this. They have 1 or 2 pictures of Ash, and then they just take the same ones and then just put his head on a bunch of bodies all the time. And you're like, stop this. It looks creepy. And now we have it here with Chris and Julie, which this kind of makes me sad, by the way, because I do have to say, Julie, it sounds like you have a fabulous family. Many of them are worried about you in this thing for good reason. I can speak and say that, Chris, I know you have this cool brother, man. You have a brother that fucking loves the hell out of you. And the two of you are replacing your families that actually do love you, worry about you every single day. Chris, I have your brother. Alonda has your brother. John has your brother commenting. Because they care about you so much, and they are horrified to watch you guys go down this path. And I'm like, why do you have to use them for this? This is a Bill Must and Tim Johnson production. And so far, it doesn't really have anything to do with Julie and Chris, other than they apparently are now Onpassive Girl and Onpassive Man, which, by the way, worst superheroes ever.
are eager to get the question, whom is Onpassive really for, answered. To be candid with you, the straight truth is that you will never know enough to get this question thoroughly answered. If you are waiting on others to tell you things, I can preach to you all I know about Onpassive, whom it is for, etc.
Onpassive is for the whole world who is seeking to find the true and right, honest, interneting solution. Internet is now a verb. I am learning so many new verbs in the last 24 hours.
Still, if you do not actively experience the Onpassive excitement yourself, you will be walking around with only half of the information. You would not be helped that much with half information. Without diving into much specifics, I am in no position to know all about Onpassive. However, I would say Onpassive is for everybody.
So again, what does this have to do with poor Julie and poor Chris? Are they supposed to be like the Joe Schmo and Jane Schmo? That they represent every man and every woman? I'm real confused. Can we have a real Batman come and save us from this?
Anyone looking forward to earning online or start a side earning stream can plug into Onpassive and leverage the tools and services Onpassive has made available to achieve that goal. Onpassive is for you. If you want to earn online without having to create and fulfill your products or services, then Onpassive is for you.
Do not drink. Every time that they say Onpassive, I do not want everyone to die. Watching this should make you want to die enough.
If you want to earn online without having to write your own sales copy, create your funnels, deal with customer support, or do any techie stuff. If you want to have a system that can help you pocket extra earnings, if you want someone to set everything up for you so that you don't have to figure it out yourself, and you want to...
I am so sorry. I cannot slow this down. And I feel like this person is talking faster than me. Female Al, we'll call her Alice. Alice here is talking faster than me. And if you talking faster than me, you're talking too fast. Okay? I am in a manic state as a person. I have to like calm myself down. So like, this is why I smoke weed, for example. So like, this is what I mean. I am having a hard time trying to hear what this person is saying. I am like my subscribers now who listen to me and they're like, holy crap, Queen, slow down, like Joe did to me today. He was like, you're doing the fast talking thing again. Stop that. This is like me on crack.
To accomplish faster and get into the earning stream. If you've been trying and failing at earning online and you just want someone to give you a ready-made solution, if you're ready to step outside of your comfort zone and create the best business with the best digital marketing platform ever,
I have talked about this before. When you are using one of these AI bots, I know it's annoying, but when you're writing out the script for it, you have to put in extra spaces and stuff. Because otherwise it sounds like this. And it's very frustrating to me. Joe says, Trevor, it's time to get decaf. And then I wouldn't drink the coffee. I drink it for the caffeine. And yeah, techie, like the use of language is not the type of language you would expect to be in marketing campaigns. It's very fellow kidsy. You know, like, hey, fellow kids, do you want to be techie? It's like, no one says that. Don't. Lord. But think about it. They're supposed to be like this AI company that makes AIs. And they can't even write down the script. How do I know this? I don't use AIs. I use my ugly ass voice for my videos. Okay? And I have an ugly ass voice. But if I was going to use an AI, I know to put the extra spaces. And I am not a techie, as they say. So how does this company that apparently creates these bots not know that? It's just these little questions that you got to ask yourselves, especially those of you that are in this company. Really do take a minute and just think. Does that make sense? That a company that makes AIs would not know how to use the AIs that are already made? Because we know they're forking them, so you'd think they'd be familiar.
will pay you for years to come. If you are tired of your 9-to-5 job and just want to become your own boss, if you just want to have more time and more fun for yourself, Onpassive is perfect for students, the unemployed, the underpaid, retirees unsatisfied with their pension, stay home.
Oh, the people that are very easy to manipulate, who are vulnerable, you mean? I mean, why don't you just say it?
Moms or dads, people sick of their jobs, those in need of more time to enjoy life, people who want to change their careers or daily routines, people who want to help others succeed in life, etc. Don't let the Onpassive opportunity slip away.
Do you see what I mean? Like, we didn't even take a breath there. On to like 3 more thoughts in a row with no time in between. And then you have to think, a lot of the people in this company, English isn't their first language. So then also imagine them like sitting here trying to understand this video. They just steal them. They can't use them. That's too much to ask, Joe, that they learn them before they steal them. What am I thinking? But it's like, how are people that I have English as a first language, I'm having trouble keeping up. So I really do not know how anyone out there that does not have English as a first language, which I would consider to be a good 50% of their founders, by the way. How are they supposed to sit down, watch this video, and understand a freaking thing in it? It would be impossible. they would all have to slow it the hell down. And even then, good luck, really.
From you. You probably won't find something this simple and lucrative again on the internet anytime soon. It does not cost you anything to check out Onpassive.
Okay.
By doing so, you will be helping yourself earn more and many others achieve their financial dreams. Wish you much success in your business.
We have time. Look, you could have slowed down the bot. We're playing music still. We're going. Why did you have to talk so fast? I don't understand. It's still happening. What do we have to do it so fast for? I don't get it. This is so fast. You have another like 30 seconds of this. What are we dancing for? This guy's way too happy over here on the right. They should have just used this and left poor Chris and Julie alone. I do feel sorry for I'm like, but again, what the hell did this have to do with Chris and Julie? We'll never know now. We'll never know. But yeah, that was their promise that Onpassive is coming, which as you see, it's the same stuff over and over again. No new information, which you would think they would start like putting out. How come we don't have any new information? Like, something should be happening with this company. But again, they're on a standstill until the 20th of November. And now I'm asking myself, but what's going on the 20th of November? Since it's not really FIFA we're excited for, you know? She does. She's a very beautiful woman. She's well-spoken, especially in English for someone who English isn't her first language. She has a cute personality. She could be doing so well in other things, but then she has this scammy little scamster mind where she just wants to be up in all the scams and be the it girl in all the scams and help these men scam people. And then I'm like, come on, Julie. But again, she and Chris have families that are worried about them, that do want them out of this. Julie's talked about it before on webinars, and Chris's brother is hanging out around. So I know that for a fact. And it makes me sad to think that there are all these people in this thing with family members on the outside that are trying to reach out to them. I have people's wives and husbands writing me. I have people who are like, my friend just got into this and it like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's an awful thing. And what's so frustrating is that nothing's happening with it. Like the other MLMs, at least they have a product and give you something to do. Here, everyone's just waiting all the time and attending webinars. And then they're being forced to watch like videos that are very much like the ones I've been playing you. Or they want to go and celebrate in Dehli, which I have a little video and I'm going to play it now. It is a 5-minute little clip of them basically celebrating in Dehli. They had a event there, very much like how they had their event in Canada, very much how they've had their events in Hyderabad. So they had an event there, and unfortunately, everybody looks like they're having a fantastic time. When you watch this video, it is going to give you Amway vibes. It is going to give you very MLM-y vibes. You are going to feel like you are watching a conference at an MLM. Remember, this company does not want to be an MLM. So I'm confused, Ash. I'm confused.
पर्रे सर ने खुशियों का हमको उपहार दिया धिल्लन सर जैसी सर ने है तन मन अपना वार दिया तन मन अपना वार दिया
makes me very sad here is the fact that these people actually do think that Ash Mufareh is doing the latest developments in AI technology. I am like, no, he is not. He's not doing anything. All of this already exists, and what other people are working on is way advanced than anything that this man can do. Julie focuses on scamming the uneducated and vulnerable Vietnamese people. She is truly odious and evil. That's what I mean. If she could stop having that little scamster mind she has and stop being such an evil person who preys on her own people to basically walk them into the lion's mouth, which is how I look at that. I do. Then she could probably go be very successful in other things. And she would probably like it better. I feel like Julie does do evil things, but there is something in her that obviously this is eating away at her, because she's done live streams where she's talked about how this kind of gets to her a bit. And I wonder if it's that, because she knows. There are some people that will go through the motions of doing like these MLM scam stuff, but then they'll still have like a little voice on the inside that will like eat away at them and be like, you're scamming people. Stop this right now. You're an awful person. Don't be doing this. And they might ignore it for a while, but then you will see them have almost like a little bit of a meltdown. And we kind of saw Julie do that. She disappeared for a little bit even afterwards. It took a little break. I was like, is this going to be her wake-up call? Because a lot of people have had wake-up calls during that time. It has happened out here a lot. Go check out the anti-MLM community. You'll hear lots of people talking about how that's how they woke up, for example. So I was hoping. But then, of course, she came back and she was like right back into it. And I was like, oh, no. She silenced the little voice again. Don't silence that little voice. Don't. It's always right. That's why I say follow your intuition. That's your intuition screaming at you that you're in a scam and that you're doing something wrong. Don't silence it. Listen to it. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it ain't a Canadian goose. Hey, my man, that was a good one. But yeah, see, that's the thing is, unfortunately, Julie is one of the top people in this company, and she is one of the top LCs, and she is one of the people that have probably scammed a lot of the Vietnamese people. And again, those are her people. So it's like, please look out for your community better. But yeah, I have a hard time being like, did she know it was a scam when she first got there? Like, you never truly do know. And I always have hope. I always have hope that there's something in every one of these people, even in Ash, that there's a part of him somewhere in that little cold black heart he has. There's like a little teeny tiny little part of it that is like, this is not okay. And I just hope that eventually one day they're going to listen to that part and be like, yes, I will stop this behavior. I am let down most of the time, especially when it comes to the higher up people. But usually in these things, there is several people that feel that way and then they leave. We've already seen people leaving this thing feeling that way in the past. Unfortunately, for the last little while, though, it's been pretty much the same people at the top. And that's why we're kind of sitting here going, well, what do they get out of this? Like, is Ash paying them? Which is why we're screenshotting every time he's donating, because we're like, well, I guess that's what they're getting. They're getting $200 super chats when they go live, you know? And we're trying to figure out, like, why haven't any of these people walked away yet? And unfortunately, the very last thing is that they all want to scam, which none of us want to believe. It's a lot easier to work with people who fell into the scam, didn't know what it was, and then got stuck there or manipulated into it and get them out, obviously, than it is to stop people that are out here going, I want to scam everyone. Those people, unfortunately, just end up in jail, which is where Ash is going to end up if he keeps doing things like this. So And we're at that point where it's been like 5 years and, he's getting on the radar. The FTC knows about him. They're watching him. FIFA just got him in trouble. I mean, things are about to blow up. That's why I want to really put it out here that if people are in this thing, the time to leave is now. Get your refund while you still can. Please. He's promised it. So if you leave now, you can go ask this man for a refund. If he doesn't deliver, come tell me. Come tell Alonda. Find one of us that are out here talking about this. Let us know, and we will help you get it back. And then get the hell away from this thing. Because I do worry about even like Chris and Julie. What if Ash takes off and leaves it all on the LCs? I mean, are they completely innocent? No. But he shouldn't take off and leave everything on him, right? It is weird, Joe. I do feel like he's proud the feds are watching. It's a very strange delusion he's told himself that they're watching him because they're scared of what he's going to do in tech, not because they're scared he's scamming everyone. And at first I thought that maybe he was just telling people that to like try and twist it. But now I'm kind of like, no, I think he actually believes this. Like he has delusions of grandeur. He has sat out here and been like, God has sent me from heaven to build Onpassive for all and make everyone an Onpassive founder so that we can save the world from hunger. And I'm like, God hasn't sent you to do shit. Shut up, Ash. And he literally has talked about this like he's some kind of savior sent from heaven, And so I'm like, I think he actually convinced himself that they're like worried. I think he actually does think that Elon Musk is like worried about him. I'm starting to think he actually does believe these things. I want to think they don't want to scam, but most of the people in this, especially the leaders, have all been through several failed MLMs. They have to know at that point. Yes, I mean, there does come a point where, and I've talked about this before, and even people that have done serial MLM hopping have admitted to this before, that, you do a few, and you're kind of just trying to find one that works for you. But then after a little bit, you do start to go, I want to get into one right at the beginning so that I can be at the top of the pyramid, because you realize that the only way you're going to make money is if you're at the top of the pyramid, because it's actually a pyramid scheme. And then at that point, yes, then you are consciously deciding to join to rip people off. I feel like you are right that most of the people in this have passed that point. I feel like a lot of the LCs that joined this because, like you said, they already failed in others, and Ash will talk about how those are the exact people he wants to prey on as well. And Ash knew them from GDI or other things and said to them, I'm going to make a new one. Sorry, Ash Max didn't work out, guys. Got shut down for being a pyramid scheme, but I'm going to make a new one. We're going to call it Onpassive, and you guys are going to be at the top. So you're going to be the 1%. And then they would have been like, yeah, okay, sounds good. Let's go do it. So, I want to believe, though, that a lot of them will wake up and realize. We have seen it. There are people in our anti-MLM community that have done 8 or 9 MLMs and then woken up out of whatever scammy slumber they were in and been like, man, I've been fucked up. I got to get out of this crap. So, yeah, I try not to lose complete hope and faith in people because I have seen it. I have seen people with 8, 9 MLMs then leave. So I don't ever want to just throw my hands up and be like, these people are unhelpable. I don't feel like anyone is disposable. I feel like anyone can be helped with anything as long as they want to be and they try hard. You got to remember, I'm a recovered addict. So, like, I really do believe that in my soul. I have seen people down in the bottom of the gutter, homeless, doing IV needles, get their life back. So I kind of just, who I am as a person is I always have a little bit hope that no matter how crappy someone is, that there's going to be some good in them. Trust me, it's got me in trouble, okay? I've supported bad people in my past because of it. And then I live and learn. But for some reason, I still believe that even in Ash, like I said, there's like this little tiny piece, just this little tiny piece where he's maybe not a complete like sociopath. And maybe, just maybe one day he'll stop. I don't know. I want to believe it. But he could just be the next Bernie Madoff and not give a crap. We'll see. Why would I buy bots when I speak out about it? Y'all jealous haters gotta go get a life. Don't you think I would have bought that like 3 years ago? I do it. I wanted it. Come on now. I would buy 100,000 like your team or something, okay? What's funny is I've actually been out here longer than a lot of the people in this community, and they've all surpassed me with hundreds of thousands. And y'all never ever ask them if they buying bots. But you're over here, a channel that doesn't even have 2,000 subs, who's been out here since 2019 accusing me about, if I was going to buy bots, don't you think I would have bought the bots to beat out the people in my community? Or at least get close? You think I'll be sitting here for almost 3 years? Not even at 2, like, come on, common sense. You gotta have some of it. What kind of party over here, Onpassive! Which, by the way, like, I don't know who this gentleman is, but he's like hella happy to be here. Like, way too happy to be here. I feel so bad for this man. I just want to like go and give him a hug and be like, please leave this thing and take all these people with you, sir. Please. Like, come on.
Onpassive, Onpassive, Onpassive. सब फाउंडर खुशी मना लो जी, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया, AIIT लेकर Onpassive
This song would slap if it wasn't about Onpassive. I'm just saying.
आया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया.
Yeah, and please subscribe to my channel too, so that I don't have to buy 2,000 sub bots.
बल्ले 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 हो गई है, शावा 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 हो गई है, हाँ बल्ले 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 हो गई है, शावा 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 हो गई है। मुफर्रे सर ने खुशियों का हमको उपहार दिया, ढिल्लन सर जैसी सर ने है तन मन अपना वार दिया, तन मन।
This is how they announced, like, that this went on, other than, of course, all of the promos leading up to it. And this is like one of the main videos that they've been sharing around to be like, look at us, we had fun at this. So, you know, take a minute, have a little dance. It's not the In It to Win It song, so it's a new tune, because this cult has like 30 songs. So, you know, there's that. And yeah, Ash, I wonder. Yeah, at least has been donating $200 to him in super chat, so there's that.
अपना वार दिया, मुफर्रे सर ने खुशियों का हमको उपहार दिया, ढिल्लन सर जैसी सर ने है तन मन अपना वार दिया, तन मन अपना वार दिया। मांगे राम की टीम से अरुण थमी जान गीत ये है गाया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया, Onpassive आया। सब झूम के गाएं ओए शाबाश, सब खुशी मनाएं ओए शाबाश, सब मिलकर गाएं ओए शाबाश, फाउंडर मुस्काए ओए शाबाश, ओए शाबाश, ओए शाबाश, ओए शाबाश, ओए ओए शाबाश।
Oh, Joe, he must have ended his no fap November. Yes, this November is going to be no fap and grow out the beard. The Movember no fap for testicular cancer. It works. I mean, I have a feeling they probably tell you to fap to help that, but I don't know. Don't quote me. That's not medical advice. Like, look at the decorations. Think of the work that went into this. These guys are putting on like a whole freaking, this looks like a prom. We got guys in white suits. We have dudes in tuxedos. Like, it angers me to my core that this asshole sits out here, lies to these people, leads these people on, scams these people, and like, look what they do for him. Like, he's just such a jerk. Like, at the very least, I hope they had fun together. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, they better be making friends or doing something in this thing. It is an MLM conference. That's what I said. Like, when you see this, you're going to be like, these are MLM conferences. Like, this is exactly what the MLMs do. This looks like Amway when they party, or It Works when they do their conferences. They got Mark Pentecost coming up on stage, and he does the whole take it to the top thing. So I think Ash watches him. I'm just saying. Like, look at the editing of it. Like, look at this. They got literal, like, boards made. Like, look at this. Total Business Solutions. Onpassive. Like, congratulations, Onpassive. Total Business Solutions. Like, they have all of these boards set up. The ceiling's done up. Like, party to the nines. Because this guy's scamming them. Of course, they don't know that they're being scammed. But that's what's, like, so angering about it. Most of these people are middle-aged, you will notice. He really likes to prey on the boomers, the people that maybe don't know technology as much, right? Let's admit it. The young generation, Gen Z, they know tech. He's got some of them, but most of these people are middle-aged people that don't know technology as much. So it's easier for them to believe these broken promises that Ash makes them, especially when they're in other places that don't have the technology that we do. Got a heart. That's great. Ash, how do you sit around and watch and look at the faces of all these people, knowing that you're scamming them and all their families, and knowing that to these cultures, their family wealth means a lot more to them, honestly, than even here in our Western cultures? So, like, how do you do that? How do you watch and look at these people's faces, see them celebrating like this, and I just keep going? I'll never understand that.
कर खुशी मना लो जी ऑन पैसिव आया ऑन पैसिव आया ऑन पैसिव आया AIIT लेकर ऑन पैसिव आया ऑन पैसिव आया ऑन पैसिव आया
Oh my God. Look at all these people, Ash. Look at all these people that you're scamming. You're not only scamming these people either. You're scamming their kids. You're scamming their grandkids. You're scamming their great-grandkids. You're scamming their great-great. Like, you're an asshole. All right?
Onpassive आया
I'll Very sad outcome. Success guaranteed. No. Since when? Excuse me. If we're guaranteeing success now, we got some problems, okay? We have some problems. So it just makes me upset. I know. I'm like sitting here spurging out over Onpassive now, where I just don't understand. I don't understand how this man can keep having these people doing these parties and that he just sits there. He knows what he's doing, this fake asshole. He knows what he's doing. And he just sits there. He watches them all. And then he just goes back to scamming them all. I don't know how this man sleeps at night. I don't know how this man can go hug his own kids without thinking about the fact that he's scamming the children of all of those people, taking money from those kids' mouths. I don't understand. You got to be a special type of sociopath for that. Because I promise you, I have never seen such a cult MLM in all my life where the CEO is so praised. And everyone just sits around praising this man. And he knows what he's doing. He knows. So one of the things that I've been wondering about is, kind of how Mike Ellis is doing. Because it's been a little while. And the last time that I watched Mike Ellis, by the way, he was very, very excited about FIFA. He and Red and a bunch of the founders, Marty as well, were all basically going on that FIFA just hadn't updated their websites yet. And that's why Onpassive wasn't listed as a sponsor. Then when all of the drama happened that we discussed at the beginning of this stream with, the cease and desist from FIFA and Ash telling everyone to take down everything by the 20th, it's almost like it disappeared again. So I have a short video of Mike Ellis, because I don't want to actually keep you all here for 5 hours, where I just want to see what he's up to. What is he saying? What is he getting people pumped up for right now, if you will? Because as we know, there's not much to be doing. But according to Mike here, the Onpassive journey is just starting. Just now. We're 5 years in, but we just starting this now, guys. So let's hear what he has to say about that and how it started.
Now, the whole journey we've taken up to this point, and everybody talks about the journey and how wonderful it was and all that stuff. And it was absolutely wonderful.
By the way, this is Mike Ellis.
But this is the start of the journey. If you thought it was good coming to this point,
No, not particularly, Mike. What has been good about it?
As we move forward and everything starts to move in ways you can't even imagine, this journey, it's going to be a whirlwind. I mean,
oh, it's a whirlwind, all right. I mean, that's definitely a word that we could use to describe this. It brings on a lot of emotions. Like disappointment, being let down, betrayal of trust, anger from being lied to over and over again. It eats away at your patience as you sit on webinar after webinar after webinar, just waiting for something to launch, a product, the whole company. And then this is only the beginning. We got more of this. Yay. I can't
It is just
wait.
going to turn everybody in circles in a very, very good way. And you're absolutely going to love it. And as we go into the product launch to the global market, as individuals that are participating with Onpassive, there are so many things we can do with this gigantic army that Onpassive and you all have created.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's calm down a little bit, Mikey. We are talking about an army now. And when I hear you talking about an army after I just read a threat to behind MLM, I got a little bit nervous, Mike. I'm not lying. What we doing with this army? Can we stand it down? Joe says, I prefer his home office, not green screen. Same. But this was a clip from the webinar on Zoom, not OConnect, of course. Why would we do it on there? Where he is pumping everyone up and letting us know all about how we are just getting started on this amazing journey. Yay.
And as we get closer to the product launch to the global market,
which again, I guess is still going to be November 20th, despite FIFA sponsorship not happening.
There are going to be things that you're going to hear, you're going to see things that you're going to be able to do to benefit you.
Well, I freaking hope so. Because after everyone's been sitting here since 2018 with nothing at all benefiting them whatsoever, I think it's about time you give them some.
And that's what we want to do initially. We want you to benefit. We want those apples coming into your pocket. We want your tank filled. And I mean filled to the capacity.
Them apples, huh? How are them apples?
And when you listen to the OTech guys, when you listen to Dan, and when you listen to Marty, we all know the magnitude of Onpassive. We know how much revenue is going to be coming in, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to the launch.
Oh, I cannot wait. But nobody knows. This man is talking like everybody knows. We do not know. Ash has not told us. Nobody has told us. We don't even know what this stuff costs. We still don't know if there's going to be a membership, a monthly membership like what was talked about. We have no income plan for this, no compensation plan. We have nothing, no knowledge whatsoever. All we know is that everyone is promising financial freedom to those who are in this. Mike does seem to have a nice place. He's probably the most successful scammer in this whole thing, maybe aside from Bill Williams, who I guess was a dentist. Yes, he was a dentist. I thought he was still practicing, but I guess he has stopped for Onpassive, an online business full time, because he is going to be an online millionaire, right? So there's that. But yeah, he does. A lot of these people could be hella successful in other things. Apples is their code because they can't say dollars. Otherwise, it would be income claims. Yes, it is. So they like to use these code words thinking that we're all freaking dumb, like we don't know what they're talking about. And also, by the way, using code words doesn't take away from the fact that it's an income claim. I have to say that. Says, don't say apples. Alonda will get mad. I found her apples cheaper than she could. Yes, all right. Alonda just wanted her red apples. Those are the only apples she wants. She doesn't want any of the apples from this damn thing. But it's so funny to me because the thing is that legally, that doesn't change anything because of the fact that when you use a code word, right? If that code word is supposed to replace dollars and everyone is aware that the code word is supposed to replace the word dollars, right? It's still an illegal income claim. I don't know what lawyer, it must have been the same one that wrote me the cease and desist, dear there. McKenna says it's Mike Ellis, by the way. And he's McKenka, by the way, or Machenta. Tell me how to pronounce your name, damn it. See, I got it wrong. Trying to sit here, do the joke, got it wrong. But yeah, it's just, I think it's so funny that they do these code words because legally, guys, that doesn't make a difference. I mean, it's the same thing, them sitting here and saying, like, let's say that they said you'll make 3,000 apples a month, okay? That is the exact same thing as them saying you'll make $3,000 a month. Like, all you have to do is prove that the word apples is supposed to replace dollars, which, like, I mean, obviously we figured that out. So it wouldn't be hard to prove, right? So that doesn't change any legalities here. And I don't know who told them that it did, but that is wrong information. So again, they should just stop talking about income altogether and talk about the compensation plan, but they can't because we don't know what it is, which is why I'm like, Mike, what do you mean? We all know that we're going to be making the money here and how much money we're going to. No, we don't. Nobody knows. Is he going to tell us by the end? Let's find out. Let's find out how many apples we're going to be making.
It's one of my favorite topics, the money, the numbers. And I know it is yours too, but there's so many things we're going to be able to do. This is not the end of the journey. This is just the very, very, very beginning. And there's so many things that you all are going to be able to do. Very, very easy things that you're going to be able to do that we're going to share with you.
We're going to share them. We will in the future sometime. Just keep waiting. We promise. You'll be able to do very great, very easy things soon.
That will get you to that place quicker, of that that place of financial independence. And Marty, Dan, and I, we talk about this every day. It's not something that, let's talk about what we're going to do. No, we've been talking about what we're going to do for the last 6 or 8 months.
Probably the last 5 years, let's be real. I bet you guys have been talking about what you're going to do since 2018, June, right?
What can we do with Onpassive? What can we do with the tools of Onpassive? What can we do with what Mr. Mufareh has given us?
So, like, nothing? You can do nothing with nothing. All right, glad we figured that out.
And what we can do as a group, as a group of 1.4 million individuals.
That's not the right number, Mike. God, I hate this. 1.4 million accounts. Remember, Michael has 200. Lord, they can never get this right. Takara says Mike Ellis is a first-class scammer. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has a lot of experience in scamming people. I do feel like he knows what he's doing, for sure, because of the way that he talks in codes, right? And I don't mean just using the apples. I mean, his whole shtick is like him talking in this weird code. All these people, it's like they tell you just enough to keep the people hooked, but not enough so that you actually know what the hell's supposed to be going on here. Well, he's gonna open medbed centers to scam even more people. What do you mean? Okay, he's gonna cure everyone of every ailment from lying in bed. A special bed with AI technology. It will come and fix you. Okay, we got the male Elizabeth Holmes here. Yes, Mike is one of the ones that I believe is intentionally trying to scam people. He's a grifter. I do believe that too. I don't think he doesn't know. Red Bammy for asking about the status of the FIFA partnership. I don't know why they won't just talk. Like, they literally have all forgotten that it existed again, just like these 9 products. And yeah, people are getting banned. No one can ask. Not even their people can ask. It's so strange. See, that's a cult.
Probably closer to 1 million individuals because people have multiple accounts.
Wow. Congratulations. But I feel like that number is still too high. Still too high. They're alpha males. Yes. Oh my God, we should just call it that from now on. It's like, did Ethan Ralph think he was an alpha male? God, that's a scary thought, isn't it? That's a scary thought. We don't need that. These guys would get along with him very well. We should get Ethan Ralph to sign up for Onpassive.
What we can do as a group, and this is above and beyond what Onpassive is going to do for all of us.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We can explode this thing. And because of the way Onpassive is structured, it benefits everybody in Onpassive. So, yeah, the journey's been terrific, but it's just starting. It's going to get so much better as we move forward. And Lyndon said,
shut up, Mike. I don't think it is. I just, like, how many times can you do this speech, Mike? Like, for real, though. I feel like Mike does this speech every, 2 weeks, at least. Where it's just this weird speech where he's talking about how soon we're going to do great things. Don't worry, you'll all be able to do something soon. Something's coming soon. Their definition of soon is 5-10 years later, okay? And it's just like, Jesus Christ. How many times can you sit here and promise people things and then not deliver a damn thing? I don't understand how this scam's been going for 5 years already. And it blows my mind the amount of times that these people sit here doing these speeches. Pendings, yes, the accounts that were kind of bought, but not really bought. I still don't understand how that worked either. Are supposed to be flushed October 2nd. I'm curious to see what the new founder number is after that. Yeah, something tells me it's going to go down. I don't think they're going to get rid of all of them. I feel like they would have already. I don't know. The journey has been terrific. Oh, yeah. He just went on a big speech about how amazing it was. I don't think we've seen the same journey, Mike. We have not been on this same trip together. You obviously got off the turnpike somewhere, and we are just in different places. I don't know what journey you're on, but watching this has not been that terrific, okay? Once the pendings are flush, Ash will start up a new campaign for more founders. It's almost like he's going to have to. I mean, okay, so they flush October 2nd, right? And then think about it. We then don't have anything going on from then, because technically, I guess that would be the next big date in this would be October 2nd. And then we just, sit around again until November 20th? So they probably will come out with something in between to keep people engaged. I mean, if they were smart, which we all know they're not, but if they were smart, then they would launch something in between that time. At least one product. They're talking about they're all doing soft launches of products right now, but we haven't really heard anything other than, guys, we're soft launching the products right now. So I have nothing to go on with that, which I find weird. We don't have people doing live streams showing us these products. That would be nice. Go in the back office, show us some you using them and whatnot. But I don't think that they're actually even in existence. I really don't. I'm like, who's soft launching these products? Because when you have this many people, that's the other thing that Ash can do, right? Is he can be like, oh, guys, we're doing a soft launch. Yep, I'm letting 200 people use the products. And then just no one does anything. But everyone thinks, right, that 200 people are trying products in a soft launch. So if you're not one of those people, you just assume that you weren't one of those people that were picked. Which, let's be real, if you were an LC, you would think that would piss you off, but maybe that's just me and my entitlement here. But it's like, you wouldn't really question it. The thing is, a soft launch, I don't know if these people would announce it. You would think at least one of them would, because they love to announce everything 500 times all over the place in as many videos as possible. So again, it's a little weird. This is all so quiet. But it's like, you would think that they would be talking about this. They would be showing us this. I think that what happens is he just announces it. Everyone assumes somebody else is in this soft launch, and then nothing happens. And that's why we're not like seeing it. Right? Mike is always hyped when Ash has said some new gibberish on a webinar. They are all so hyped. And we're always sitting here going, what are they so excited about? I watched it too. It just made me scared. November 20th, Ash releases 50 products and proves us all wrong. I want that to happen. I talk about it all the time. I'm like, please prove us wrong. Please. I want scammers to prove me wrong. But they never do. They just keep proving me right. Nice to see you keeping the beat on these Onpassive scammers, Queen. Hopefully you're going to hang in there until this scam is taken down, as there's too few talking about how Onpassive hurts people. I am. On and I are in this for the long run now until it stops. We can't really walk away, because once you put your foot in and then you really see what's going on here, if you are people like us, that's our whole gig, is we try to stop people like this from taking advantage of people. This is one you can't walk away from. And it's constant. Not to mention, there is nonstop content. Why do you have no interaction on your channel? Because people are scared of people like you. But none of them work. No. I doubt any of them know what a soft launch is. See, this is the thing. Like, I don't even know if they do, because it's not like Ash has ever come out here, announced this, and then explained it to them, which you would expect to have happen. If you're a CEO of a company and you're doing this soft launch, you're going to have a speech about what it's going to look like, what products, how many people are going to be doing it, what it means, what it is, etc., etc. What you're supposed to do during the soft launch, by the way, because when they do these tests on products, they don't just like release them out to 200 people like they keep talking like they're going to do, and then like just those people just kind of get them and then they get no instructions. No, usually the CEO will sit down with the product and go through the whole thing and say, we need you guys to test this part, try to do this over here with this, and make sure it works, and do this. And they'll give you instructions on what you should be doing to do the testing of it. None of this has ever happened. And that's why I also am kind of like, yeah, I don't think that a soft launch is happening. There's no instructions given for this. You don't just release it out and go to town. People do whatever you want with it. You usually have to keep logs on it, like, which we know these people don't really do. Like, there's just so much that has to go into that, which Ash could have all done in the last 5 years if he was actually doing what he was supposed to be doing, instead of just hanging out in hotels, getting massages with special happy endings probably, and then doing 500 webinars a week, But here we are, and nothing's happening. Apparently in a soft launch, no instructions. So I kind of got to go, I doubt it's happening. I don't think there's a soft launch going on, and I don't think that anything exists. And like Joe said, if anything does exist, then they don't work. Okay? Like, they're not working. There'd be a lot of problems. Remember, Omail was released without the reply button. He needs a team of alpha and beta testers. We'll send him Ralph. Well, Mrs. Marty knows what a soft launch is. Jesus Christ, Joe. Joe! Jesus Christ!
That Lynn said it earlier. Guys, you don't know half of the stuff that's coming.
That's the problem.
And everything that's coming is better than anything we've seen. And we've seen some terrific things. We have.
When have we seen these terrific things? I have gone all the way back. Alonda, I have gone all the way back to the very first stream that he did. Ash, where he announced it. We've watched all the way through. I promise you, there has been no terrific anything happening here at all. We haven't seen anything great. We've seen Omail without the reply button. We've seen a lot of false marketing and advertising, some illegal income claims, and a lot of broken promises and lies. I don't consider that to be great, though. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, I'm lost. I'm like, really?
That roadmap of what's going to be happening in the next 2 months.
Better,
not 2
Joe.
years, 2 months. And believe me, everybody here is going to be extremely excited about Onpassive, and it's only going to get better after that.
You mean people are going to be more excited? Yeah. I don't know if that's possible. I think they've overflown that cup already. You know, the whole thing's just flowing over. Link to full webinar in video description. Thank you for watching. I don't think you're going to thank me for watching when you realize what happened here, but maybe that's just me. So once again, we don't have any explanation. We have all the FIFA videos disappearing. We have this ad for the beIN Sports that just kind of pops up. And then we have like nobody mentioning anything about it. And instead, everyone's talking like Mike just did, where we are now just pumping everyone up again and telling them that very soon they'll be able to do stuff. And I'm like, how soon are we talking here? Because again, we've been here for a really long time. All right, I don't know how much longer these people have to wait. People have actually passed away waiting for this company to launch. Elderly people that have joined, sick people that have joined, have sat here and spent the last years of their goddamn life being lied to by this asshole. And that's also why I can't walk away. I think that's very gross and disgusting. And like, after that happened, if this man couldn't have released a goddamn thing, like, come on now. But you guys like Sonic? I know I gotta have some Kiwi farmers here. We out here talking Ethan Rao. All right. So Onpassive is gonna do a Sonic boom for us. Let's see if it has to do with Sonic the Hedgehog. Probably not, but it's fun. We're fun.
Founders in Onpassive.
You know what, Ear Juice? Mrs. Parker gives away free tacos. Yep.
Get ready to be blown away by Onpassive. What's
I'm sorry, but that video was fucking hilarious. We need to do that again. When this first popped up, I was like, whoa, who's this lady? Like, I have no clue. Never seen her before. And then I was like, oh, it's a stock video. And then I was kind of like, this is the one they went with. This is great.
Founders in Onpassive. Get ready to be blown away by Onpassive.
Look at this is what they went with. This is like, this will be a great video to use right at the beginning. And it is. I'm laughing my ass off. We're going to get blown away. I hope that I don't end up looking like this.
Passive. What started out as a dream by Onpassive's creator, Mr. Ash Mafari, is erupting into a magnificent IT giant.
They spelled his name really wrong here. Mofarreh. Nope, that's not it, but he's your CEO, not mine, so.
Onpassive is about to expose all companies that have abused their users for years.
Wait, what? Oh, you didn't. You didn't. You want to talk about abusing their users for years, Ash? It's funny because I'm sitting here right now exposing a company that's been abusing their users for years. But I don't think you're going to be doing that. But I'm doing it right now. And the company is Onpassive. So, this man has one fucking nerve.
Onpassive is the giant with heart. Onpassive will completely help everyone without causing pain and suffering caused by other companies they thought was helping them.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? You're going around, you're ripping off every single third world country that you can. And you actually have the audacity to come here and say this shit. How do you do this? How as a person do you do this? You literally, Onpassive is causing pain and suffering, breaking up families, taking people's generational money. How is Onpassive helping? I'm going to try to shut up. You tell me. You tell me in this video, please. Lord,
Onpassive is ethical. Onpassive is real.
Oh my, I can't get through one slide. Just one ethical, real. It's a real company, a real business for real people with real products, and it's a real pain in my ass.
Look at all the infrastructure and brick-and-mortar buildings occupied by employees of Onpassive. The best technology personnel ever hired by any other IT company. Just a little while longer and all our dreams about making money and sharing what we have with others will be here.
Just a little bit longer, guys. Just a little bit. I know you've already been waiting since June 1st of 2018. And I know that this company's been 3 different things since it started. And I know that this man has made a bazillion promises and deadlines that he has not met. And I know that he even just lied about sponsoring FIFA. But I promise you that you just gotta wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And then everything's coming. Do you trust in this man?
Onpassive is going to reach every corner of this earth. Mr. Ash Mafari's goal for
Why does the earth have corners? Oh my God, Joe. Joe, they did it. They believe the earth is flat. We knew it was coming, Joe. Here it is. The corners of the earth. I'm going to jump off of it if this man doesn't stop scamming people.
Onpassive is to be the guiding light of hope for humanity. He is focused on leading the change to help those who are down and out and lift them out of their misery.
He's focused on filling his pockets. And then I personally think it's an exit scheme. And he's going to run off and take Julie to Bora Bora and they'll be gone. And everyone will be sitting here going, well, what happened to the artificial intelligence? It was supposed to help me run my business. But maybe that's just me.
Being the wealthiest person in the world is not what drives him.
What? Oh my God, Ash. Do you think that this is going to... Oh, Lord. I feel like he just told us what he thought this was going to do. He's like, this is going to make me the wealthiest person in the world, but that's not what drives me, guys. This man makes me want to drive off a cliff, and I don't even drive. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, oh, Lord. If you have to say you're real, you're not. Most of the time, yes. We'll get Cece to invest. He'll invest in it. Oh, Lord, imagine getting Cece and Ethan Ralph to join Onpassive. Content for years.
Others in his position would take the money and bask in the limelight with the famous celebrities and so-called beautiful people.
Wait, what is this? What the fuck? He always has to bring up looks. The so-called beautiful people. It's like, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Rip them off and get like, ah! So we have that. And then we have another, like, he's projecting again, where he's sitting there like, one day, I am going to take all the money. And I'm going to be among the famous celebrities like Elon Musk, since he loves Elon Musk so much. And all the so-called beautiful people. You ugly peasants. You ugly peasants, you, who don't join Onpassive? How dare you? Lord, I can't. I'm trying so hard to get through this.
Mr. Mafari is not like that. We as founders have in our hands the power to help positively impact millions of lives.
And that's the thing. You do have the power to positively impact. So why are you sitting here, sir? Why are you sitting here and negatively impacting every single person that you come across by ripping them off, lying to them, stealing their money, making these broken promises, letting them down every time you promise something? Like, why? That's what frustrates me. Because I'm like, yeah, you could be doing something great with all these people and all this funding and all this shit, but you're not. Like, you want to do something good instead of scam everyone, please?
That is the beacon of hope Mr. Mafari has built for humanity Onpassive. We are poised and ready to take over the internet. Onpassive.
I feel like they just threw in that Onpassive. I was like, what? They're just randomly, they're just like, Onpassive.
Onpassive is our rocket. No one can defeat us or get in our way. Onpassive is on the launching pad, ready to go.
This thing has been on the launching pad since 2018, ready to go. You are no Elon Musk, sir.
All systems have been tested and have passed all the tests. Onpassive is ready to go.
What tests? What tests? Oh my gosh, what tests are we doing? Again, they're announcing right now that they're starting their soft launch. What are the tests that have occurred here? Do you think we're ever going to find out? Because that would be a good selling point. Any other company would be like, oh yeah, we were able to do this and that and this and that with our products. It's beat all these tests. And they would like list off how they tested it. Hell, some companies would even show you that in their ads to be like, look at us doing this and that and the other thing with it. But not Onpassive. But Ash keeps saying that he has all these products done, if you guys remember, in the back office. He just hasn't released them yet. I know he's supposed to release 9 by the end of August. And he has them all done. All 9 of them are all done. They're ready to go. Onpassive is ready to go. It says it right here. He just, didn't release them yet. That wasn't to, show his dominance and power over everyone or anything. It wasn't because the products aren't actually done and ready to go or anything. No. He's just doing it for fun.
The launch is about to happen. Do you founders feel the excitement? Look out for all our competition.
I don't think that they know what their competition is. I'm just throwing that out there. If they knew what their competition was out here, they would not be so confident.
Onpassive is going to rocket past all the competition.
What does that mean? Someone help. I need a translator. I need a Bill Must bot translator. Like, what does that even mean? You're going to rocket? Oh, this man and his analogies. I swear to God, Ash had to have written this.
Onpassive competitors will be Onpassive's customers.
Okay, explain. So you have O-founders. You have people that are then supposed to be resellers. And then you have customers. Like, I don't understand. Like, again, in an MLM, the founders are going to be your customers and your main customers. Rocket past. I don't know what that means. He's just going to rocket past them. Well, I'm learning so many new verbs in the last 24 hours. It is nonsense. I don't know what it means. We're doing analogies where we're a rocket again. A rocket that never launches. It just sits on the launch pad for like 20 years, just waiting. Poor rocket. All that gas fuel gone to waste. Damn it. But it's like, the thing about these companies, these MLM companies especially, is that they depend on their distributors, so in this case, the O founders, to be their number one customers. If those people aren't buying from the company, they don't make sales. It's like a quarter of their sales end up being just from customers. So again, all the same thing. And I really do not think that anyone in any other tech industry will ever use this. Like, yeah, Elon Musk is going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to use Onpassive instead. And then Mark Zuckerberg is going to come out here and be like, I think I am going to, I swear that guy's a robot, use Onpassive. Like, literally, like, no, that's not going to happen, Ash. That's not going to happen. My guess is he thinks Google and Microsoft, see, will be buying products. That's exactly what he thinks. He's insane. Delusional. Like, this man is straight up delusional with, like, he thinks he's a god sent down from heaven to save humanity with Onpassive, and that Google and Microsoft are going to be using his products. I mean, how much more delusional can you get?
They don't have any other choice. Founders will have the authority to let customers and resellers into Onpassive.
I feel like that was a threat. Like, he's like, they don't have any other choice. We are going to hack all of their systems and we are going to be taking them down. So then they will all be forced to use Onpassive.
That authority was given to them by Mr. Ash Mafari. No.
That authority? Don't question my authority!
Person or country or government will be allowed to enter into Onpassive without the authority of the founders. That is powerfully awesome and disruptive. Why did Mr. Mafari give founders all this power?
I don't know. I don't know. To rip you all off of all your money? Is that why?
Because he and his family love us just like he loves his family.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ugh. I love you just like I love my I am so sorry to everyone here, but I love my family way more than I love any of you, okay? This drives me insane. I'm like, don't do this. This is so culty. We're all a family here, guys. You're my subscribers, and now you've joined my family. I mean, I say I love people all the time, but it's like I love you as a person. Or apparently I'm dating like 10 streamers right now because I just found out that when you say I love you to someone, apparently means you're dating them. So I'm out here like, oh my God, but don't be like, we are a family. I love you as much as I love my family. I promise you are just as important to me as my daughter. Like, that would be insane. People would have every right to be like, Queen has lost her goddamn mind. She is telling her subs that they are similar to her daughter in terms of how she feels. But in a cult, they do this. They have this family thing going so that you feel more manipulated in there. We should do an anti-scam to lure the Onpassive victims away. We start our own like IT tech company. We have more IT tech people over here than he does over there. I'll tell you that much. And we could literally just start our own, start doing ads, actually get into the next FIFA sponsorship, you know? Just one up them on everything. Come join our team today. I always joke where I'm like, come join the anti-MLM team today. And then I had some hater be like, Queen tried to make me join her team one time. I was like, oh my God, we got to stop. But it's like anytime that a CEO or a streamer even tells you that you are a part of their family, get very, very scared. They're trying to manipulate you into a cultish group. Okay? The fact that this man is sitting here telling his founders that he loves them as much as he loves his family, or that he and his family love. This man has 2 kids. You think his 2 kids give a crap about any of the founders in this thing? Like, let's be real, probably not. They don't love them. It's just a straight up stupid way to manipulate people into this thing and feel like they mean so much to Ash, when we all know that's bullshit. Because if these people meant anything to you, Ash, like I said at the beginning of this, or not at the beginning, just a little while ago when we were watching the celebration, you would never be able to look at all those people, never be able to look at their faces while they're celebrating you and your scam, and then be able to continue ripping them off. Yeah, you love those people as much as your family, so you would steal money from your family, lie to your family, make broken promises to your family? Damn, I'm glad I'm not in your family. Jesus.
The whole world is our market. Get ready for this sonic boom.
Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog is coming to boom, baby, boom. Don't tell Chris Chan. Tell him we have pickles here. Boom again! You really gotta make sure you guys know that this is a boom! 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 And that's how it ends. This is all we're doing. They're literally like, sorry guys that we lied about FIFA. Oh wait, no they didn't. They never said that at all. They are literally just like, once again, same thing I've given them this whole week. I've been sitting here just watching. Just like, are they going to mention anything? Is Ash going to explain what happened? I feel like he has to explain this. Like, he has to sit down with these founders and admit that he lied about FIFA. Like, how do you just keep going like this? And then all these people are just supposed to like forget and just be like, whoa, Ash says though that we're going to be real excited real soon for something. And all these products are coming out on the 20th of November. Like, what do you mean, Ash? Like, the arrogance of this man too. It drives me insane. Because it's like he knows he has the control over these people. He knows he's manipulated all of these people. And this asshat knows that he can like not release products or lie about FIFA. And that they will still stay there. I feel like I'm watching an abusive relationship with a friend of mine and they won't leave. And the guy just keeps doing stuff to them. And I'm like, get out! Why are you still there? Like, it's the same sort of feeling. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you still there? What is going on? Please understand. He's lying. And he doesn't even have the human decency, after he's been lying about FIFA, to come out and sit in front of everyone and be like, I'm sorry that this happened. I fucked up. I thought we were sponsoring FIFA, but really, I was an idiot and made it up. Or whatever excuse he wants to give. I was actually doing it with beIN Sports. That's what it was. We thought it was FIFA, but it's not. Like, whatever. But then, like I said, just wait. Because I'm sure that beIN Sports is going to come out now and be like, yo, but you're not sponsoring us either. What do you mean? So this is what I'm saying. And then that's going to happen. And is he going to then sit down and explain and apologize to all these people? No. No. And according to them, they're lying to 1.4 million people every day. And it's like, you don't have the right to do that to people. Like, how dare you? And how dare you have people in Delhi celebrating you like that the same week that you are sitting here and lying to everybody about sponsorships and then still leading them on, telling them that now they're just a little bit of more time, guys, just a little bit longer. Last Christmas, he said he was launching this thing. We were covering it at that point like every single day because we were like, put the pressure on these people. They better fucking launch something, okay? They can't be sitting at Christmas time too, trying to get people to sign up at Christmas time when families need their money. And right after Christmas, which has been proven to be when people are in the most financial need, by the way, especially families. Month of January is very hard for most families in this world because of Christmas. I'm just throwing that out there. This guy kept going, trying to get people to sign up at that time, didn't deliver crap, and then had another excuse. And now here we are, right? And we're heading into the end of September. I'm getting ready for this guy to do the same thing he did last year and the year before. Because, oh yeah, by the way, same thing happened the year before and the year before. He keeps people going until the end of the year, always seems to promise products come the fall and that they're always going to be out by Christmas time, around Christmas time. We got November 20th right now, but just you wait. Highly, highly doubt anything will happen then. And he'll push it until December. That's why at the beginning he was all like, we're going to be releasing stuff November, December, whenever that FIFA sponsorship thing that we're doing is. When is it again? November, December? Oh yeah, November 20th. That's it. Which was a red flag because it was like, wait, he doesn't even know what month it's in. I think he would know that. I'm just saying, if you were sponsoring it, you would have known the date. You would have known. So how do you just keep going, Ash, and lying to these people? And then every Christmas, we do this again. And again. And again. Like, how many Christmases are you going to steal from these people? Because not only does this asshole lie to them all year and then throughout the holidays, oh no, he also expects them to go on these damn webinars. And yes, they have Christmas webinars. And yes, they have New Year's webinars. And yes, they expect you to take that time away from your family to go sit on a freaking webinar. And it's like, I don't know how much more we can be watching this going on and on and on and on. Where, nothing happens to this man, which is why I am saying, everyone, please start reporting this as much as possible. We've already been reporting it to the FTC. The FTC now has eyes on it, so please start reporting it again now. We need to get this thing shut down because we are about to experience this again with another Christmas come and gone, and I am getting ready to hear his big excuse come the 20th. Don't get your hopes up that things are going to be released, but I would love this man to prove me wrong. When I make content like this, I am like, please prove me wrong. I have no problem being wrong. And especially when it comes to something like this. I would love it if on the 20th, 50 products were released and they all worked perfectly and then people could actually do something. I mean, it would kind of suck because I'd be like, oh, fuck, now they're all in a scam doing stuff. But at the same time, it would be like, Jesus Christ, at least this man finally did something he was supposed to do and there's a product. There is no win here. Unfortunately, when you're talking about scams like this, there is no win because no matter what, people have already been lied to for ages. People are already being let down constantly. People are already being preyed on. This dude is so predatory. I haven't seen someone so predatory. He even hits on the women and stuff. This is what I mean. He's just a full-on predator as a person, okay? It's getting creepy. We have 10-year-olds that have been signed up for this company now, which I have a huge issue with. Unfortunately, in a lot of the countries that Ash is preying on, they do not have laws that say that if you are under 18 or under 16 with a parent's permission, because in the UK and in some other places, the states, they have that as well. that you have to be that age before you can join something like this. Unfortunately, those laws don't exist everywhere. So he is able to sign up children. And he is talking people into signing up their children. They're telling people to sign up their unborn children. We are going to be having people that aren't even in this world with social securities yet that are going to owe money to this company because when they were in the womb, their family signed them up for this. And that blows my mind. That's not okay. Parents should be more responsible. But again, these parents are not doing that thinking it's a bad thing. Parents that are doing that think that this is going to be a great thing for their kid because this asshat has been sitting here lying to them and trying to convince them. And like I keep trying to remind you guys, a lot of these people are in places where they don't have the same tech as us. They're like boomers that don't understand it as much and etc. I'm practically a boomer now at 36. I'm starting to not get the TikTok and whatnot. So imagine being like 50 and being preyed on by this thing. You're in a third world country. You got no clue what fucking technology there is. And then this man shows up and he says, I'm going to give your area a data center so that you can all use the internet. I'm going to provide the internet to you. And then I'm going to also give you a way to have financial freedom with your family. That could sound amazing. So you have to understand that that's why people join these things. I think he'll have a crappy email service, 60% chance by the World Cup, and that will be it. A small team of devs can set up a basic webmail. Well, they technically already have OMail. It was released for a little while. It did not have a reply button, which we rag on a lot here. And then it was kind of like taken back and taken away from them. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. It's like he releases a product. He's like, here, soft launch. Here you go. Use it for a while. And then people are like, there's a problem with this. And everyone complains. And then all of a sudden it disappears. So that wouldn't be too weird if he did release like OMail again. But it would probably just be that one, that exact same one that he's already released. And maybe, just maybe, they have added the reply button. Yeah, it will have a reply button this time. That's what I mean. That wouldn't be that much work for them. So like I said, technically they already had it done. They would just have to fix a few things. And that was like months ago that happened. So it's like, how come that hasn't been done and re-released working yet? And this is what I mean. I feel like he also plays this weird game with them. And that's why I got so creeped out when he was all like, I have all these products done. They're just in the back office. Because it was like, okay, well, you promised to release 9 of them and then you didn't. So then it's like he's doing this weird power play, control, manipulation tactic that we literally see in like all the cults, all the scams. Right? Why, hello, good evening. It's good to see you. So basically, you just misgendered me, by the way. I'm gonna like sue you. I'm joking. Basically, it's like I don't know why this man couldn't have already released this shit. The only reason why would be for him to like prove to himself that he has that manipulation control. And that's why I'm like, dude, that's creepy. Like, it's almost creepier to think that he had those 9 products ready, said he was going to release them, and then didn't release them to just kind of be like, yeah, I just want to see what happens. See who stays. Make sure the real O founders stick around and the rest leave. Like, that's a weird, like, power play control game that I'm not here for at all. And it almost makes it creepier than if he had to just come out and been like, sorry, guys, didn't get them done. Like, that's creepier to me. So he doesn't help his own case. And that's what I mean. He can't even help himself, this man. He's just a whole mess. And my favorite lolcow at the moment, because boy, if you ever wanted a lolcow, is this company not full of them? Although I don't do the whole lolcow thing. If I am going to, it's something like this. I don't care about Ethan Ralph. I'm just saying. But Ash Mufara wanting to take money from apparently 1.4 million people, according to them, which again doesn't help them. I wish they would stop like rounding up. I'm like, you want to be known for scamming more people? Like, okay. And that's what I mean. He doesn't help himself. Like, he has to do something. Go Founders was really supposed to be OG Founders, but Ash is Ash, and he stammered, and it got messed up. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that was totally something that could have happened. They were at one point, everything was on. So it would be like on Founders instead of O Founders. And then it went to Go Founders. And then it was O Founders. And it was like, okay. But honestly, the whole O thing doesn't make sense to me because it's called Onpassive. So you think it would be like on Founders. That made more sense. I'm just saying. Beth, calm down. Red has assured me that everything is on track and very, very soon Onpassive will be known throughout all humanity. Are you saying I shouldn't believe Red? Yes, I'm saying that, damn it! Jesus. Yeah, Mike Ellis too. They're all saying this, and this is what I mean. It's like they never acknowledge the FIFA shit. Like with the FIFA stuff going on, how is everything on track? Like everything's on track. Just ignore the cease and desist that FIFA sent us, guys, for falsely advertising. We're sponsoring them. I promise everything's on track. And it's like they might be known throughout all humanity one day for being one of the biggest scams in history that went on for years and years and never freaking released a product or anything. But part of me does hope that on the 20th they do release something. No, do not believe Red. Once they do release something and people start to sell, it will be a lot easier for us to shut this down. And I've talked about that before. Right now, the loophole is that they aren't even really a pyramid scheme. They're all just kind of in a pyramid waiting. Since there's no money coming in, which in businesses, money's supposed to flow from the top to the bottom. In pyramid schemes and MLMs, it flows from the bottom to the top. Because everything's kind of shaped like a pyramid. That's the difference. That's the problem. So it's like until money starts flowing in this thing, it isn't considered a scam technically to the FTC. Right now, they're just considered as doing false marketing, right? And we can get them in trouble for like doing illegal income claims, which we have in the past and that sort of thing. That's why Ash went into that big speech about how people can't be talking about income because a bunch of us had just spent months reporting every single bad income claim that he had ever done. And I'm pretty sure the FTC, they were like, listen, he got a letter. He's had a couple letters from them now being like, stop this shit. You cannot say this. You cannot market this way. So as of right now, he only laws he really does break is the false marketing and illegal income claims, which, yes, that can get you into some trouble. But without a money flow going in and out, it tends to not get you in as much trouble. You just kind of get told, hey, listen, sir, can you please stop doing that? And then, of course, he'll be like, yeah, okay, like he did with the FIFA. Everyone take down your stuff right now. We have 24 hours. Take it down or else they're suing us. Go, go, go. That kind of thing. Once the money starts flowing in, though, then yes, it will be considered a scam. So part of me does hope that money starts flowing in at some point, because then it will be easier for us to shut this down. Because I keep trying to explain to people, because a lot of people are like, why don't you just call the commissions and then have them just like shut it down? And I'm like, yes, you're right. When Enron was happening, someone just picked up the phone and they called the security commissions and they called the FTC and the cops, and they were like, hey, I think that Enron's a scam, and they shut it down right away. No, that's not what happened. It took several years of people reporting it as a scam before it was actually caught, and that is unfortunately the case. The moment they release any sort of product outside of the founders, they will shut themselves down instantly in the public arena. The products will be open to review and hence ridicule. And do you know what? I will so be here for that. We will be doing streams where we just go through the product reviews and laugh. Oh, yes, we will. I promise. I cannot wait for that. I want that to happen. It's about time. I think Ash needs a reality check. He knows that right now, before anything gets releases and before money's going in or out of this thing, he can just kind of sit here and dream with everyone. He's living in like this fantasy world where he was sent from God to save humanity with these products and this company here. Quote unquote company. Scam, in my opinion. Don't come and send me another Dear There letter. So it's like, it's almost like this man just is playing pretend for the last 5 years. Really, though, he's just sitting here playing pretend with people for 5 fucking years, just like dreaming of the things that they can do. And they have these weird, like, dreaming late night brainstorming sessions. I've showed them to you guys before. Got a whole playlist. I think I have to add a few streams that I've done, though, to the Onpassive playlist. I will do that by the end of the day and make sure this one's in there, too. But I have a whole playlist of it where I've shown you that they just like sit there and dream and quote unquote brainstorm for what the company's going to do in the future. Like sometime in the future, just got to wait a little bit longer. Something's happening. They promise. So we really are just playing a game of pretend with Ash, where he gets to pretend that he's some godly person that is a CEO of a big tech company that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are very, very scared of coming to steal their jobs. They're going to take our jobs. And everyone's scared, and everybody in the thing is so happy and excited. And it's all just this fantasy land. I think Ash needs a commissary check. Yeah, that's the thing. People have been reporting it. And I mean, there's only, like I said, that's where we hit the wall. Is that nothing can really be done because no money's technically coming in or out. The $97 people are giving him right now can be seen as a startup donation, if you will, as a gift, as people coming in and quote unquote founding a company. They don't care that much about it. Let's be real. It won't be on their radars yet. Second that this guy starts taking in and out money and ripping people off every month, then it'll be a lot easier. And then we can say, look, it is a scam. See the money moving up the pyramid? That's not good. We can't have that. And then we can really do something about it. Until then, he's really just going to be getting these awful, like, slap on the wrist, like a little, oh, don't do illegal income claims, Ash. Oh, don't do false marketing, Ash. And I was kind of hoping that he would mess up with FIFA and then they would come for him, but so far that won't happen. But I mean, it's still good. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then we will celebrate whatever happens. We will. If this thing gets shut down and Ash goes to jail, we will all be partying. Yes, we will. But that is all I have for you today, which I'm sure is enough. I'm sure all of your brains are very, very sore from hearing me talk, and then also from Onpassive. I'm sure me talking did most of it, though. So I am going to go. I have several things coming out this week. Please go and check out my stream on a very creepy, bossless mindset incel that happened yesterday. There was like a weird sound issue with it, by the way. I have no clue what happened with that, because when I watched the video before I uploaded it, it was fine. I uploaded it to YouTube, and then some of the sound got, and this has happened to me before. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what happens in processing. I don't know. But then when I was watching it as with the premiere with everyone, I was like, what happened to the sound here? What happened? So there's a little issue, but whatever. I can't do much about that now. It's not the worst thing in the world. There will just be a little couple sections where I will just be standing in front of a TV screen staring at you, and you'll be like, where's the sound, Queen? What happened here? And then you'll hear me talk at the beginning of the video that was supposed to be playing. You'll be like, oh, there it is. So there's that. Go check that out. I have a really funny r/ video that will be coming out sometime in the next couple days. I have several scam videos coming out. I have another commentary video that is going to be coming out by the end of the week as well. So stay tuned for all of those. Hang out and all of that stuff. OBS and YouTube having fun with you. I know they hate me. They all hate me. StreamYard hates me too. It's amazing that even corrupt FIFA won't allow Onpassive to use their logo. It is kind of funny, isn't it? That's the thing, though, is that, like I said, all of those places are very particular. And they have logos you can use if you are sponsoring. So it's like, I don't know why they would not want you, Ash, if you were a sponsor of them. But, you know, I guess we'll just never know because he's never going to bring it up. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day. Go do something that you love. Because, you know, watching me cannot be that. And go and do something that makes you happy so that you can kind of like shake off this scam a little bit. And then I'll see you all very, very soon. I promise. Don't worry. Mwah. Bye. And Ash, remember, I am watching everything you do. I am keeping note of everything you promise these people. I am going to hold you accountable. And if you keep this up, I am going to shut you down. I am. It's my #1 mission on here. So, do something good and stop lying to everyone. Just stop it!